Heidi-hody there, everybody. Moomintroll, winter's warmth, we're ready to boogie once again. Thanks for joining it, everybody. I actually blanked a little bit what happened last time when I booted this game up, then I remember at least where we left off. So last time, we left the Moomin house for a bit. We went to see, leaving the situation with the Filijonk, Mizabel, and Hemulen to let that be for a while, okay? Let those guys stew. We had a new ball of yarn, so we went to see Tutiki, who upgraded our gloves to be more, thick, I guess. So now we can roll up big old snowballs. And we went after, Little Mai. That was our goal, was to track Little Mai down so that we could, get her invited to the bonfire. Now, we ended up having a big tour around the pond, which I can see now this game structure. You can see, there's kind of little levels, so to speak, in this game. The mountain and now the pond that we explored. We didn't find Little Mai at first. Instead, we found who, very briefly, Moomintroll thought was Snuffkin, but to his dismay was a very similar guy called the Jockster, who was an alright guy, but was also a little bit using Moomintroll to do a lot of menial labor. Yeah. Jockster provided us with a lovely song of springtime and then vanished. So now we gotta track that guy down. We did not have time to hook him as a musician for the bonfire event. But we have now caught up with Little Mai, who we are throwing down playing snowball. We've done a couple matches now, and I guess there's one more time, so we're gonna see what kind of final form Little Mai brings for this final throwdown here by the pond. Before we go boogie with her, let's really quickly check what the sitch is with the bonfire. We are doing really good firewood-wise. Look at that. We've already got 50 out of 125, so that is over 33%, over a third of what we need. We have not even gotten the saw tool or whatever axe tool, whatever you're going to need to break all the wood you see lying around. So we're still not even there yet. We still have only one guest, unfortunately. That's just, and that one guest is Mizabel, so really unfortunate. And we have helped out one winter being, was one sad guy in the corner. I don't remember what their problem was anymore, sadly, but we helped them out here in nearby the pond. So one of the three has been taken care of. So progress is being made. Let's see if we can get that second guest now by taking on... Oh yeah, we have a new slide ability we can use to break these snow tufts. So we'll have to do a little bit of backtracking and exploring, at least in the Filijonk's house, to see what treasures might be found elsewhere. Yoo-hoo! Come here! I see you. This will be the last one, I promise. You may have won the first two matches, but I'm gonna win this most important one. Oh, that's like a... Look, don't go bother this guy, but Ego Raptor or Aaron Hansen from Game Grumps, he would do that in old, versus games where he'd be after losing a ton of rounds, he'd be like, okay, this last round, this one, it's gonna count everything for here. I remember Rubber Ross once, called him out, Aaron, you do this every time. It's BS. Come on, man. Again, he's a fun bloke. The Game Grumps are nice. Don't go bother them for that. But I remember there was something that Aaron did back in the day, and Little Mai here made me think of that, so I couldn't help but bring it up. Not while I'm still standing. Challenge accepted. Okay. That's an old meme. 6 health and only 3 for Moomintroll. Alright. And okay. I see what the challenge here is. Ugh! We're fighting her out on the pond ice, so there's only so many places we can get snow at. Oh yeah. Let's see if I can find the moves to... Oh! Avoid her shots. Oh, my goodness, while preparing my own ammunition here. Hoya! Too slow. Yeah, I gotta play this carefully with only 3 health for Moomintroll here. Can't afford to take very many lumps in the nose this time. Moomintroll's having a great time despite his expression in the bottom left corner being... Yeah. Being rather perturbed. Alright, come on, 1 shot, I'll give it to you. No? Okay, she's playing sly, come on. There you go, champ. Alright. Where were we? I'm getting cocky. It's almost like this is a game for kids, and maybe, you know, a little easy for a grown man to be doing. Ah! Okay. Yeah. I'm saying that, but I almost took another one to the beak there. Oh, I see. She's got special ice scraping skills. She can summon snowballs out of the ice. Okay. I see your tech there. Ah, ooh, damn. Actually landing this last hit is getting tricky! Too slow. Got you! How fun! You're right. Winter is overrated. I guess I'll keep my part of the bargain, helping you drive winter out or whatever. Sorry, my controller is once again acting up. Apologies for that. Bring spring back. By the way, you should probably head back to the Moomin house. There was a strange noise coming from there. Like someone being murdered or something. Check it out if you're not too busy goofing around. Alright, I believe that is in fact our... Oh, never mind, we're still doing this. I can't believe I actually enjoyed that. Oh well, I should go back to the Moomin house to look after my guests. I will do that, but yes, I believe now we do in fact have 2 guests for the party. Now it's Little Mai and Isabel, so I'm still... This selection of party guests is a little... But aren't I being a little unreasonable, you know, when you think about it? Oh, that's how I helped that one winter being, by the way. I made a little bonfire for him. It cost me some of my wood, but yeah, looks like there's another one freezing somewhere. Yeah, aren't I being a little unreasonable by being so mean about these characters when isn't the theme of Moomins a little bit of like, you know, everyone's a flawed character, but they're still good in their hearts, right? It's kind of the theme where we've got going here, so yeah, I'm being a bit of a ninny myself. Also, weird thing I need to bring up, like, speaking of the lighting the fire for that winter being. When I booted up the game today, I got a prompt that, or I got a Steam achievement that said lit all bonfires. Now, even if they don't count the final bonfire, the Great Winter Bonfire, that seems a little unlikely to me, and it's weird that it prompted itself, you know, when I booted up the game, so I think that might just be a bug. I don't know what that's about, especially when it sounds like there's another winter being over there who might be in need of assistance. There you go. Good finds all around. 3 more wood for the bonfire. Yeah, let's go check it out. I think, yes. This, I'm pretty sure, is... Yeah, you can actually see my footsteps there. Or, yeah, you can see my footsteps. That links back up to where we started exploring the pond area. So, yeah, I kind of figured it was time to finish this little tour. So, yeah. Oi! My god. Nice. What is that burbling noise? That was spooky. Well, let's have a look-see here before I head up back the way I game. You can even see the sign there for the Moomin house. Whoop, there we go, there we go, there we go. Where is this poor winter being? I hope he didn't freeze to death by me wasting so much time exploring about here. Okay, nothing up on that rock. Ah, okay, you can push snow over there. Oh no! Poor thing. I'm coming. Just need to figure out how. Stuck in ice. Not good. Put our gloves on. Let's work on this snowball. Come on. Come on. No. Okay. Huh. I can move this thing. Oh no, it's becoming too big! It's become massive! Actually, seems kind of necessary in order to fit this huge gap here, so... Come on. Okay, wow, that's a lot of snow. I'll be with you soon. Think warm thoughts. Maybe think about your parents. Or best friend.
Let's try and break ice.
I don't have anything to break this ice with. Oh, that is a problem. We can't just melt it. I wonder if we'll get... because there have been ice blocks elsewhere we've been unable to, deal with. I wonder if we're going to get, like, an ice pick tool, or like a pickaxe or something. And that's going to be the answer to solve those ice block issues. I wonder. I wonder. Whoop. Whoa. There we go. But yeah, that poor guy's gonna have to stay encased for the moment. So, good luck on that, buddy. I hope winter being metabolism can survive being frozen for a bit. What the? I hear a noise. Right, we're just back at the Moomin house. I was gonna swing by the Phillyjonk's house on the way there, but I forgot that we connect right to the Moomin house area. Music from inside? What's going on? Oh, this must be the someone getting murdered sound that Little Mai mentioned. We gotta go have a look-see in here. Let's see. Some crazy person might call that music? Oh, my goodness. This is an integral part of the Hemulen's design. I don't remember it being in the book necessarily, but absolutely in the 90s anime. His trumpeting is very, very, very relevant, or tubaing, I suppose. So, very good. Oh, how lovely. My headache is back. What could be the reason? I'd wonder.
Ah, wonderful. But I'm sure I could do even better. And by that I mean louder.
I know it's important to be positive, but surely there must be limits.
Get rid of him, or I'll leave and take my children with me. Stop, no, don't come back. No, okay, no, I guess we really gotta keep her here.
Please, we love it here, Moomintroll. Make him stop so Mother doesn't make us leave.
Oh, I'll see what I can do. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, maybe the Hemulen was also trumpeting in the book, because there's a plot point about the Hemulen becoming a huge bother for all the guests at the Moomin house, and Tutiki is there, and Tutiki and Moomintroll get a little dark with the plan on getting rid of the Hemulen. Not like, murder him in cold blood, but actually not super far away from that, so we'll see where this goes. I was hoping we could be more like a family or something. Surely there must be room for everyone in the... Ugh. Alright, it's getting a little noisy. What does Little Mai think of this?
As much as I like the idea of overstepping one's personal space, I must admit this acoustic torture is getting to me.
Very good. Getting very eloquent there. I guess it's worth it.
My life is even worse with him in it. Please, make the Hemulen go away.
Now this village unk is having a moment.
Get him to leave, or I will not be joining the bonfire. Please, Moomintroll, we don't want to miss the bonfire.
I suppose if I manage to get you to come to the bonfire, all 4 of you count as just one guest. Yes. Ancestors shocked silent by this shenaniganry. How are our parents doing?
Not now. Worrying about Moomintroll.
Thinking that was Moomin Mama, more likely than Papa. I suppose Papa could also worry about Moomintroll. So, about you staying here.
Yes, you are welcome.
I was wondering if...
Oh, I thought you were done.
That's it. We'll be outside. Fix this. Yes, Moomintroll, take some responsibility.
Oh my goodness, Little Mai.
In the likely case that you will have to abandon your house, you can join me for some games in the forest.
Okay, I guess that's a cool clue to go there, I guess. So, we need a musician for the Great Winter Bonfire celebration.
Indeed you do. Luckily, I'm of the conviction that art should be shared freely.
Oh, well. Maybe not this art. Yes, but some of the others.
Don't mind them. You and me, we've got this.
I need you to... I need you to... feel you're properly taken care of, acoustically speaking.
That makes sense. The surroundings are suboptimal, and I get interrupted constantly.
There's a great spot some distance from here. Yes, up in the mountains, where you can unfold artistically.
Well, that sounds excellent. I will be unfolding twice as hard there. However, I do need some provisions. Could you grab my lunchbox for me?
That sounds like an easy enough task.
A bird took it from me and flew away with it towards the bathing house.
That's immediately less easy.
Meet me by the old shack down by the beach. No time to lose!
Step 1, get lunchbox from bird. Step 2, bring spring back. The noisy house. Well, it's not that noisy now. I don't know. Sorry. Let's see if Mizabel's got anything new. Finally, some peace and quiet. Wow! Mizabel, you're doing something really weird's happening with your face. I'm not sure what this strange change transmogrification upon it exactly is, but it looks good on you. How about you, buddy? Do you like music? Good talk. So I think I do need to mention, I don't know, we'll see. Maybe I'll mention it now already, but we'll see if Tutiki somehow gets involved on this. But they do conspire to have, Tutiki and Moomintroll, they conspire to have the Hemulen go up in the mountains. it's in no uncertain terms that like they're like, hopefully he falls in a freaking ravine or something. It's got a really dark bent to it. In fact, ultimately Moomintroll realizes, what am I doing, and like bails on that plan. But by that point, Hemulen has already been convinced to go up to the mountains. Not to play his tuba, but to just have a raring good time skiing about. Like, they're like, there's some great slopes up in the mountains. So, yeah.
Thank heavens the Hemulen went to the beach. He can bother Tiki instead.
Alright, but you're just gonna stand about here still. Okie dokie. Alright, well, I guess our next quest is the noisy house down to the place over there. Now, speaking of the noisy house, I think this is a good moment to bring up the thing I alluded to at the very beginning of this series, which is the one plot point that I preferred in the 90s anime, like very much, like very clearly thought was better done in the 90s anime than the actual book. There was a choice made for the narration of the book that I didn't enjoy as much. Like, I think the plot, like, I didn't hate it, but I thought the plot, like, I thought the, plot didn't work as well there. The themes and everything. The sense of isolation in winter, the sense of loneliness, was greater in the 90s anime, and I like it more because of that. The cast is much, much more limited there than it is here. There is a sequence, it's quite isolated at first in the book as well, but there is a big part, a large part of the plot near the end is how a bunch of people get invited to the Moomin house, including the Hemulen, and like there are like multiple characters like interacting for a bit. And I preferred the sense of isolation in the 90s anime. The anime, in my mind, has the right idea, which is like a hostile, even world for Moomin, and he's got to deal with his, without like a lot of people to turn to. So he only has, I believe if I remember correctly, these are the only characters who show up in that story arc. Tiki, Little Mai, the Hemulen, and one more character we haven't actually met yet in this narrative. So I'll call that out when that happens. Whereas here we've already encountered the Jockster, Mizabel, all the Philly Jonks gang, the Winter Beings, sort of, kind of, a little bit, and this one character who's yet to appear, but is so central to the plot, at least in the 90s anime, that I really do expect them to still show up. And the book, actually, yes, it is a very important character in the book. I'm expecting them to still show up. So it's quite lively here in this game. This game is taking from the book, like I said, that I didn't enjoy in the book as much, because just like the thought of like, well, it's not Moomintroll all alone, with like a couple of people trying to like make sense of this weird winter world. I think it didn't quite I didn't like that sense in the book. I will admit, for the purposes of video game, I don't mind it as much. I think it works all right. I think it would have been hard to like add all these encounters and like all these little assignments and this giant checklist of stuff to do, which is a cool gameplay goal mechanic thing. I think it would have been hard to realize that, Oh my god, this giant snowbank! How have I not remembered to shovel through this? My goodness. Anyway, I think it would have been harder to realize a lot of this, like, video game content without having, like, a larger cast, so... And, like, I'll admit, like, seeing the characters interact between each other and have their goofy little, like, dialogues. Mizabel is amusing, the Philly Jonk's funny. Like, I don't hate it on that front. Like, honestly, in the book, like, the guests aren't even that big of a... Like, I'm making a mountain of a molehill. They don't have a lot of content, the guests that show up. But the sense kind of disappears. When I'm reading it, the sense disappears of, like, it's just Moomintroll against the elements with, like, a couple of chosen friends who, for various reasons, have found themselves awake. here in the winter. You know, like that just feels more exciting to me, and also the sense of loneliness just feels more profound to me. So, you know, yeah, but again, for this video game's purposes, I can accept it better. And like the book, because the guests aren't a huge, they're not a huge thing, but they destroy that sense of loneliness. I think they work even less good there than they do here in the Vigiva game. Just some thoughts from yours truly here once again about the passage of the narrative, you know? I'm enjoying the game for sure. Like, don't misconstrue me at all. Like, very much enjoying the vibes here and these goofy characters. I love Tutiki, so always happy to have an encounter with her, you know.
What is the Hemulen doing here? Loudly looking for his lunchbox.
Great dialogue, that's all, okay. I love, this I did enjoy that. Tutiki, who's such a nice person and, like, sagacious and understanding and, like, you know, on top of it. The fact that Tutiki is also, like, so annoyed by the Hemulen, that's a great part of the book. I really love that, like, story beat. So that being retained here was great.
There it is, that greedy bird, mindlessly feasting on the food of others. Throw a warning snowball to make it loosen its grip. I'd do it myself, but I can't risk my tuba hands at this point.
Ooh, I feel that. I got a case of tuba hands at times. Alright. Get the lunchbox from the bird. Well, we've had these bird fights a couple times now. Maybe we can just... There we go. Ooh, you are screaming, buddy. Ah! Gotcha! Oh! There it is! Somewhere here? I think it fell? It did! Nice, I got it. Got it! That wasn't that bad. Well done. Me? Yeah.
Here is your lunchbox.
Perfect! No more obstacles. All is ready for my trip now.
And he's off. What the?
Ah! Another obstacle!
Oh dear. Is he gonna start playing the tuba immediately? Let's see. No, it would have been funny if he immediately just started tubaing again.
Well, what am I going to do? There's an obstacle, so I need to do it. Oh dear.
Oh, I see a fallen tree. That was not the sound of more snow falling. It's time for us to get maybe our most important upgrade. I'm guessing because there's so many of these logs all over the place.
That tree tried to kill me. If I didn't know any better, I'd say the Lady of the Cold had it in for me. Here, take Moomin Papa's axe. I mean, my axe, and deal with it. I need to save my wind for the Horde.
Ooh, that's cool. I love that we got an axe instead of a saw. I was expecting a saw for a while, but now that I think about some of those trees that have been standing up that are just waiting to be chopped down, the way they are already pre-chopped, it's more appropriate to axe them than saw them.
What were you doing with Moomin Papa's axe?
Well, he wasn't exactly pulling his weight around the house now, was he? Hurry up and get rid of this tree so I can commence practicing!
I don't know. Using the axe was always Moomin Papa's job. I might as well go for it, since I'm doing all the grown-up jobs these days anyway.
Huh. It's a bit of a coming-of-age story here this whole time, isn't it, with Moomintroll?